Good morning, YouTube. How's everybody doing? It's a hot Saturday. Uh, I really kind of got on here to ask a question about why everybody is so concerned with the Jeffrey Epstein files and not worried about people eating or gonna have health care. Uh, People gonna be homeless. What is such an uproar? Because even if they find out who's on the list, nobody's going to be held accountable. So it's really kind of a waste of time. Um, Looks more like a distraction to kind of keep people focused on that and not what's really important. Because even if they find out everybody that's on the Jeffrey Epstein list, if there is a list, do you really think that they're going to prosecute any of those people if they did anything to young girls or young children? Um, Everybody knows that this stuff has been going on since the beginning. And do you really think that something is going to happen to the rich and powerful if they do this? You know, people will say, well, what about Bill Cosby and all of them? A lot of these people that's possibly on the list are so much more richer than Bill Cosby that I'm sure that they have networks in place to protect them. Don't believe that these people really care who is on Epstein's, if he has a list. They don't care about that. We need to be concentrating on how we gonna feed these kids and how we gonna be getting health care to our seniors, to our disabled, to the people who lose jobs, that type of thing. We're paying taxes all the time and more taxes all the time. You mean to tell me we can't use those taxes and things to help people that are less fortunate than ourselves? I thought we was living in America. That, remember I heard somebody say that America was like the land of milk and honey, right? You're not gonna get milk and honey from people living and dying on the streets. That don't sound like the land of milk and honey to me. uh of course I think that everyone should pull their own load or whatever, but at times you won't be able to pull your own load, right? And even if you have savings of money, if you have a catastrophic illness, all that money is going to be gone from medical care because they're going to strip you bare of your money. So you may need the system, even though you may not need the system right now. I'm not understanding how people are. I mean, they are like outraged, enraged, whatever raged they are about Epstein. First of all, let me say this: Epstein is no longer here to say if he had a list. What if he was just mad and threw some people on the list? Right. What if he made a list and it's a real list? Right. What does it matter to your bottom line? So why are you so interested in what the people that's on the list was doing if when you find out what they were doing, you're not going to be able to do anything about it? Doesn't make logical sense. I see that they use a lot of events to distract people from what's really going down. And we need to be a little cautious about that because when you take your eye off the prize, that next person can sneak in and win the race, right? So you have to stay focused on what's really important. Them billionaires, they got money, they got lawyers. Even if they find out, they can hold the stuff in court forever. And we never still will get a resolution. And the victims in this stuff, which is the worst part of it all, will never get the help, the love, the comfort, the apologies, the healing that they need. So what we need to be doing is focusing on how we gonna eat in the future. Epstein future is over. He's gone. What about our future? What about our kids' future? What about somebody who's pregnant today, who's working, and then all of a sudden they catch something, or something happens while they're having that baby? They no longer have a job. They won't have a system that will help them get back on their feet. Come on now. Does that sound like fair? That if you fall down, you can't get a hand up at no time? Come on now. We're not saying that everybody that's been helped by the system used it properly. Even some people used it exactly the wrong way and didn't need it, right? And lots of people did that. But what about the people that have used it, that needed it, and then got themselves together because of this good hand up? And then they went on to be able to take care of themselves, pay their bills, go back to work, support their family. We're thinking on the wrong things, America. Epstein ain't did nothing for you, wasn't gonna do nothing for you, might would have did a lot to you, right? We need to stop that because we too busy worried about what celebrities and billionaires and all that stuff is doing. What we need to be doing is trying to figure out how to get our communities healed from the things that we've done in our communities. Yeah. Yeah, we over there worried about some rich folks over there and their community, but you're not worried about the YNs over here decimating your communities, right? Even in suburban, these folks, everybody, y'all got gangs and everything out here in the suburbs. Well, I mean, really, we don't have time to worry about that. We got to worry about when we go to the mall. We got to worry about when we go to the gas station. We got to worry about if we go to the fast food joint, the hair salon, the barber shop. We don't got time to worry about no Epstein. Epstein is should be the farthest thing from your mind right now. Because when all these things kick in, life as you know it gonna change, right? So if I was y'all, stop. I see social media. When I tell you that these lives got thousands of people in these lives talking about Jeffrey Epstein, ain't nobody talking about the people that's gonna be losing their food benefits, their medical benefits. Ain't nobody saying nothing about them. Them is the people that you gotta worry about. Cause them the people you gotta live around. You don't gotta live around Epstein, cause I bet ain't too many people that we know been on the island. They ain't even got no invite. I'm sure I know a few people that have, but that's everybody knows somebody. But we ain't getting no invitation. So what we worried about what they doing over there on the island. We should be trying to figure out how to buy us an island so we can have some fun, right? Like they doing. But that ain't the point. The point is we're getting ready to have veterans hungry. We're about to have seniors hungry. We're about to have kids hungry. People that can't work. People that's on Social Security that's not getting the big Social Security check. They need food. They need help. We worried about somebody being a freak. Everybody, as far as I'm concerned, it got some type of freak in them. So what you worried about somebody else being a freak for? If somebody mess with somebody in your family, you supposed to be the man or the woman and stick up for them, and make sure that they protected as they walking down the street, in school, in the community, so that these predators ain't able to get to them. They can't shake their mind if the people in their life is leading them in the proper manner. Now some people do stray from all good teachers. Don't get it twisted. I know that. Hey, I didn't stay on the straight and narrow path myself. But eventually I woke up. But these young folks, they young. They're in it. So it's your job as a parent to be right up behind them 24/7. Right up behind them 24/7. Stop making letting these kids have all these freedoms. Talking about you could go here, over there by yourself. No, it's predators in those places that we letting people up going to people's houses. It's predators in them houses. That's what we need to be worried about. Our kids going to these other people's houses, and predators is people's uncles and cousins and brothers and sisters and all that is predators. Epstein and them, that don't do nothing for us. What we listening to it for? We need to be focusing on how to eat, sleep, house, and all that. I think that's more important than the Epstein file. I mean, answer that question. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's a beautiful Saturday morning. But we got to start thinking. We too busy giving credence to what other people are doing that ain't even in our lane. Them people not in our lane. What the heck they got to do with us? You not in their lane. You not in their lane, I'm not in their lane. Yeah, they put the stuff on the news, we hear it. But I go on about my day because I already know that it's been proven time and time again, even though they have put a few people in jail for, messing with our youngsters and all that. It ain't enough of them in jail, so we know that that's just some surface baiting. That's all. That's surface baiting. That's just to make you think that they trying to do something, or they gonna do more. They not. Don't believe the hype. So, like, comment, subscribe, and share. And tell me what you think about this Epstein trash that's going on. I'm going to talk to you later, YouTube.